Questions 1 through 10 on the 2012 Grade 9 Pascal Math Contest. The value of 1 plus 3 times 5 all over 2. Well, they're testing order of operations in this question, so obviously do the brackets first. So 3 times 5 is 15, and then divide by 2. So 1 plus 15, of course, 16, and then divide by 2, and that would be 8. So number 1, the answer is D. The circle graph shows the results of asking 200 students to choose pizza, Thai food, or Greek food. How many students chose Greek food? Well, there's 200 students, and 50% of them chose Greek food. So 200 times 50%, which is 0.5, is how many students chose Greek food, and that would be 100. So number 2, the answer is E. Which of the following is not equal to a whole number? 60 divided by 12 is 5. 60 divided by 8 is 7.5. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Divided by 4 is 15. And divided by 3 is 20. So of these, the one that is not a whole number is 60 divided by 8. So choice B for number 3. If 7:30 a.m. was 16 minutes ago, in how many minutes will it be 8 a.m.? So 7:30 a.m. is the time 16 minutes ago. So that means right now the time is 7:46, right? 16 minutes ago, 7:30. So they're saying, in how many minutes will we need to wait to get to 8 a.m.? Well, obviously, to go from 7:46 to 8 a.m., that's a span of 14 minutes. So number 4, the answer is B. The expression 8 times 10 to the 5th plus 4 times 10 to the 3 plus 9 times 10 plus 5 is 8 times 10 to the 5th plus 4 times 10 to the 3 plus 9 times 10 plus 5. Well, 10 to the 5th is 100,000, so that would be 800,000 if you multiply by 8. And then 10 to the power of 3 is 1,000, so that's going to be 4,000 when you multiply by 4. 9 times 10 is just 90, and of course we got that 5 out there. So adding this all up, we get 804,000 and then 95. 804,095. And that is choice A for number 5. What is the difference between the largest and smallest of the numbers in the list? All right, let's take this list and arrange them from biggest to smallest. I think the biggest is going to be 0.32. So that's this one. And then the next one, in order, going from biggest to smallest, is 0.302. And then after that, I think this one, 0.203. And that leaves the last two, and of those 0.32, and then the very smallest one is 0.023. So that's the order. So this is the largest and this is the smallest. And they want the difference, so we have to take those two and subtract them. So 0.320 minus 0.023. And when you do that, you get 0.297. So number 6, the answer would be E. Anna walked at a constant rate. The graph shows that she walked 600 meters in 4 minutes. If she continued walking at the same rate, how far did she walk in 6 minutes? Well, you can use a ruler and draw a line and extend this line, I should say. And if you do, you should get to here, which in 6 minutes, if you can see, matches up nicely with 900. But let's do it in the math way, just to be sure. 600 meters over 4 minutes is equivalent to a certain number of minutes over 6 minutes. So if you cross multiply, you get 4x is equal to 6 times 600, and therefore x is equal to 6 times 600 divided by 4. So 600 divided by 4 is 150, and then 150 times 6 is 900. So In both methods, I got 900. So number 7, the answer is D. According to the ruler shown, what is the length of PQ? Well, P is approximately at 0.5 and Q is at 2.75. So the length of PQ would be 2.75 minus 0.5, and that is 2.25. So number 8, the answer is A. If y is equal to 1 and 4x minus 2y plus 3 is equal to 3x plus 3y, what is the value of x? So that means 4x minus 2y plus 3 is equal to 3x plus 3y. So y is equal to 1, so substitute that in, and we get 1 here plus 3 is equal to 3x plus 3 times 1. So this is 4x minus 2 plus 3 is equal to 3x plus 3. And then I guess we can just solve for x. Bring that over and you get x, and then bring all those over and you get 2. And that's it. So number 9, the answer is C. At the LAC-SAP hospital, Emily is a doctor and Robert is a nurse. Not including Emily, there are 5 doctors and 3 nurses at the hospital. Not including Robert, there are D doctors and N nurses at the hospital. The product of D and N is Emily and Robert. So she is a doctor and he is a nurse. And not including Emily, there are 5 doctors. Okay, so that means there's Emily plus 5 other doctors. And 3 nurses. Okay, not including Emily. So this is the first scenario. Now, not including Robert, there are D doctors and nurses. So there's D doctors, not including him. So that means all of these guys are D. So there's Emily and 5 doctors, so that means there's a total of 6 doctors. Not including Robert, there's N nurses. So in total, there was 3 nurses. Not including him, there's N nurses, so that means that N must equal 2. So they want you to find the product of D times N. Well, that's 6 times 2. And that is 12. So number 10, the answer is B.